In February 1942, a year after the completion of the last Shimushu, and with war well underway, the Japanese began work on a simplified version of those patrol ships to speed construction. These were the 14 ships of the 860-ton Etarufu class. Originally authorized in 1941, like many other wartime constructions, they only kind of shuffled into service. For example, the much larger, more capable, and later Matsus generally took about 6 months from start to finish, while most of these took about a year. So how did they do? For the most part, naturally, they mostly escorted convoys from the East Indies to Japan route. Now, you can rate escorts in one of two ways. How many subs did they sink? Or, how many merchants did they get through? I'll let you decide. By either tally, it isn't good. In fact, of those lost, most were sunk by submarines. Etarufu was completed May 15, 1943. Sato was started first, May 21, 1942, and was completed March 27, 1943. Oki was completed March 28, 1943. Matsuo was completed March 23, 1943. Iki was completed May 31, 1943. Tsushima was completed July 28, 1943. Wakamiya was completed August 10, 1943. Mutsuri was completed July 31, 1943. Fukui was completed June 28, 1943. Hirado was completed September 28, 1943. Manju was completed November 30, 1943. Amakusa was completed November 20, 1943. Kanju was completed October 30, 1943. Kasado was completed February 27, 1944. Main armament was 3 120mm 45 caliber guns, one at the bow on the forecastle deck and 2 single super-firing mounts aft. ASW weapons were 60 depth charges, 6 depth charge throwers, and 1 single 81mm mortar. They had Type 22 radar and Type 93 sonar. Propulsion was provided by 2 diesel engines, each running its own propeller for 4,200 horsepower. In late 1944, Type 93 radar was added to the survivors. Mutsuri was sunk near Truk September 2, 1943 by the submarine Snapper. Wakamiya was sunk near Shushan November 23, 1943 by the Gudgeon. Iki was sunk near Singapore May 24, 1944 by the sub Rattan. Sato was sunk near Hidaya Bay August 22, 1944 by the Hadu. Matsuo was sunk also in Hidaya Bay August 22, 1944 by the sub Harder. Hirado was sunk in the South China Sea September 12, 1944 by the submarine Growler. Manju was badly damaged at Hong Kong in an airstrike April 3, 1945 and not repaired. Post-war, she was scrapped. Kasado had her bow blown off near Otaru June 22, 1945 by Crovala and was written off. Post-war, she was scrapped. Fukui was damaged in Hachiono July 15, 1945 by carrier aircraft and written off. Post-war, she was ceded to the British. Amakusa was sunk at Onagawa August 9, 1945 by British carrier aircraft. Kanju was scuttled off Wusan August 15, 1945 after hitting a mine. Oki was damaged off Pusan August 19, 1945 by a mine. Post-war, she was given to the Chinese. Etarufu was handed over to the U.S. post-war. Tsushima was ceded to the Chinese post-war.